to me. Yeah.
Welcome to the Johnny Binder Show. Tonight's subject is some cases go viral, others get buried. Thank you for joining us live. Please know the views and opinions expressed by guests and clips presented on this program are their own and do not represent the views of the Johnny Binder Show. The content provided is for informational and commentary purposes only. The show makes no claim of veracity or independent verification. Viewer discretion is advised.
Dear God, I know your word says to be slow to anger. Controlling my emotions has been difficult for me lately. And normally I'm so calm and collected. But every now and then, I just step out of my body. I allow external forces and things that really are out of my control to control me. God, I don't want to get the rewards from the world. They get excited and salivate over conflict and high tension. God, I need you to keep me grounded. And I know so many people that didn't make it just because they couldn't control their emotions. Protect me from the darkest parts of myself and keep me reminded why losing my composure is not optional. And I thank you for keeping me safe and protecting me this long. Thank you, God. Amen.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Slavery never left us. It just evolved. Capitalism is now what it's called, got my people brainwashed. I'm talking living and dying by these jobs. Plantations turned corporations. Cotton fields turned into warehouses or office spaces. They selling dreams of financial freedom with the price of your time. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, but my baby is turning 5. And I know you said during peak season there's no days off, but how do you expect me to tell my child the jobs don't care about memories? That they'll work you until you're just a memory and post your position opening before your obituary? Tell me what's freedom when rent got you rationing on the first. When your labor makes billions for your company, but your check don't even cover your hearse. Tell me what's freedom when you can't even afford to walk out that door. Can't afford to quit because debt will come for you just as quick as that whip and massa. Don't care if you got your masters. The only thing you're mastering is the art of the employee. Trained to put the plantation's needs before me. Certified to people please to save my humanity. Trading passions for paychecks, dreams for nightmares, freedom for fake security. Yeah, we all a big happy family until that budget gets tight. So Congress can't make a decision. Now you gotta lean on your community just to feed your kids at night. How I give you 20 years of my life? Miss birthdays, suffer back pains and sleepless nights just to get replaced by someone you paying half the price. Tell me I'm not in chains when every time I hear that alarm clock ring, I can feel the dopamine leave my brain. Tell me I have control when my freedom lies on the accrual rate of my PTO. 12 years of school being told to dream big just as long as it's not bigger than my cubicle. Tell me why my people chasing the weekends like salvation, finding their happiness in hourly occasions, praying Friday come fast just to resurrect from exhaustion, only to die again Monday morning. Is this the American dream? The land of the free? Or are we just the slaves who didn't know they were slaves? I mean, they dress up our chains with benefits, salaries, and fancy names, so it gotta be okay, but why they teach us about everything else in school except how to be financially free? Why was everything about where to invest your time into instead of where to invest your money? Why was the rule of 72 not a part of the curriculum? Half the people hearing this don't even know what that is, but best believe just as my parents, I'm gonna teach my kids college ain't a golden ticket to freedom. Go after whatever it is you dreaming. I refuse to let this be my life. I'd rather God take me tonight than to live another day shackled to this life. I'ma hold your hand when I say this. Slavery never left us. It just evolved. But it's up to you to take that distorted lens off. Thank you.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
Minister, can't hear you. Check your mic. While Minister's checking his mic, I want to welcome everybody to the Johnny Binders Show. If you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok, please subscribe, follow, share, and comment. We want to know your thoughts, how you feeling tonight. In fact, if you're feeling good, drop me a 1 in the chat, just a 1, so we'll know that you're out there, and we appreciate you for all your support. And while we're at it, while we're talking about support, I want you to know that the Johnny Binder Show is growing and we are expanding our reach. We want to be more in the streets. That is our plan. So we can be boots on the ground to report on those issues firsthand that affect you and your community. We always like to say this is the show of the people. It's not our show. We do this for you. God has purposed us to do it for you. So if you want to be a big supporter of the show, you can. I'm going to put this up for just a moment. You can go to our Cash App and you can go to JBS Live. That is J as in Johnny, B as in Binder, S as in Show Live. Any size donation is greatly appreciated. Help us get equipment. Again, all righty. No. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, got it. Again, I apologize, fam, for the technical difficulties. We're going to play a short break so you can learn about the Johnny Binder Show and what we are about, our mission, and what we stand for.
Helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, saving lives.
Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
So that y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a coon, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, have created problems in their family.
Yes.
I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, not her enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah. 90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like $500,000 with it. And now he out of Galveston. So now he get rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with a D or with Catherine, whoever doing business with me. I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead. Yeah. It's not worth it. So it's China Biden talking to you. Listen to me. Yeah.
That's the commercial. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All praise to the God, ladies and gentlemen. The producer, the director, the COO came in here and fixed it. The devil always trying to stop something, but he can't. Ladies and gentlemen, that other lady spoke that Captain brought on to be so young. She came here for 21, 22, 23. She is prolific. I don't know who she is, but she is prolific because she showed us how we work all our life and wind up with nothing. And we need to pay attention to what she's saying so we can be more successful in what we're doing. So that won't happen. And we can learn how to pay for our house in 15 years to 10 years, not 30 years. So we can be successful because that's so important. I see my brother coming. Oh, praise be to God. That's so important, ladies and gentlemen, for us to know how to move our money, how to invest our money, because this is very serious to work 20 years, 30 years, 32 years, and wind up at $2,000 a month. That's slavery, man. And then here go 98% of the people got $250,000 down, 2% got $250,000 up. How in the hell the 2% making more than 98%? So again, we're spending 1.3 trillion. Now we're spending 2.4 billion. So we have to do something with our money. We got to have our own banks. We got to have our own credit union. And when I say bank, private bank, so they can't control us. Okay. And we got to have our own finance company. We got to have like they got water company, insurance company, and Black Shark Tank. Because what's his name was bragging that on the Dallas, Mark Cuban, he made $300 million out. I don't know how many of them black, but I know if you do, come people one or two. So I'm saying at some time we're gonna open up a Black Wall Street. We're gonna open a Black Shark Tank. So we can put our money together, us that want to. All of y'all want to work all your life and wind up with nothing. I'm not upset with you. But you that's not for entrepreneurs, it's all right. You can invest your money with some people you trust first and then be successful. Because my boy Roy from Galveston, he invested $300,000-$400,000 with a restaurant and he became rich. Built his own house, the whole 9 yards, and put over $50,000 in my hair company. So I love him to death. And he's a powerful man. Sent his child to college, played a little football. I got to get back with him, see where he at. I don't know where he at, but I got to get with him, and he's powerful. So I'm just showing y'all that you can work together so y'all can have residual coming in every month and don't have to keep going to work, wearing, tearing yourself out. And we got to change our diets: high blood, kidney failure, diabetes, cancer, inflammation. We got to stop it. Obesity, stop it. I'm seeing so many heavy people now, especially in Mississippi, especially in Louisiana, and a few in Houston. We got to change it. And if we don't, we're going to rush out of here. So I love you. May God bless you. May God keep you. We got to stop taking death, putting into life. Everything has a cause, has effect. Name of the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, some cases go viral, others go buried. The Johnny Binder Show. Boom. Let's go.
Hey, Marcus, I'm going to turn our cameras on. Give me just one moment.
Marcus. Mr. Biles, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm tapping in. I'm switching cameras and everything. So yeah, just happy to be here. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you. And I never got a chance to ask you, was it your birthday the other day? Is that why you had the crown on?
No. Every day is my birthday, Kat. But my birthday is October 3rd. You know, I'm a
Oh, that's
Libra.
right.
October
Okay.
3rd. Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that.
All right. I know your birthday, and mine is 12th of November. So we're gonna rock.
I like that. Every day's birthday. Okay, so explain the crown then.
So I'm always marketing. So I wear different hats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I just a hat. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Okay. All righty. Well, I appreciate it. Always be marketing.
It's for branding purposes.
That's Marcus Biles, ladies and gentlemen, from She's Happy Hair. My partner,
You might want to check your audio a little bit, Marcus, because you're cutting out a bit. And Minister, if you could remember to move your camera for TikTok directly in front of you so you can have eye contact with the camera. That's important. All righty. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. Like Minister said, some cases go viral, others get buried. I haven't heard much on this particular case that I'm getting ready to.
That's something in the background.
A police officer, a man who was unalived by police officers because they thought he was a Black man, and actually he was a
What's going on? Yeah, I'm saying there's nothing up here. TikTok, how you doing?
And this.
It's
Okay. It's a horrible story. Police chased the wrong man. They believe he's a Black man. He's not Black. They believe he's Black. And they put bullets inside of his car, inside of his body, and they allow him to completely bleed out while they argue amongst themselves if they even shot him. Here it is.
In January, 2 911 callers fired 27 shots at the driver. The driver was John Genuine, a white man alone with no gun, not the guys they were supposed to be chasing. And think about it for a second, 27 shots because they thought he was Black. That's the level of excessive force we're talking about here. Only 7 shots hit him. None alone killed him. He bled out slowly inside the burning van while officers stood outside debating whether they'd even hit him. Nobody called for help. He died over 5 minutes while at least 8 officers watched. Police told his parents over 17 hours later that there'd been an exchange of gunfire. There wasn't. He never fired a shot. He was an engineer driving to fix equipment. 2 of the officers who fired had received awards for distinguished service. One of them got the Department Life-Saving Award. And the same department is facing 2 whistleblower lawsuits for hiring unqualified officers and firing staff who tried to report it. This is what our tax dollars fund. And the authority to kill handed to people who can't even get the basic facts right, then lie to a grieving family about it.
They thought it was Black. They recklessly shoot and kill him.
Here it is.
They realize their error. They lie to the family. They tell the family it was a return, an exchange of gunfire. There was none. Put it up full mass. These are the allegations. According to The Intercept, in the early hours of January 6, 2026, 2 911 callers in Michigan reported a van driving erratically. Within an hour, police found a white van, crashed into it twice on purpose, and fired 27 shots at the driver while the vehicle lay on its side.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It was also burning.
Look.
At least 8 cops watched as 34-year-old Navy veteran John Genuine bleed out and died inside of the vehicle.
My God.
Of several inconsistencies in the police response, one stood out. The only physical description provided to the dispatcher was that, quote, 2 black guys were driving the van. And a caller said they'd brandished a handgun at his wife. However, the victim was white, driving alone and completely unarmed. That's not what police told the victim's parents, however, when they contacted them the following evening. Now, this was 17 hours after killing their son. Quote, we were told that there was an exchange of gunfire and that John was killed. That's what John's father, Larry, told The Intercept. Call it naivete or whatever you want to call it, but our first thoughts were, oh my God, what did he do? Why did he cause this? End quote. They believe the cops. Their son, John, an industrial field engineer, traveling to repair $1 million lasers, just had his work equipment. No gun was ever found in his van. And the officers who caused 2 intentional collisions appear to have violated their own policies, which the department updated after the police killing of George Floyd, testing the limits of the post-2020 police reforms. Quote, come to find out, he didn't do anything to cause any of this, Larry said. He was not the guy they were supposed to be chasing, end quote. See? But they thought he was black. They thought the people in the van or the person in the van was black. This is why I say something when they knock on my neighbor's door. Because if you say nothing when they're knocking on your neighbor's door, you don't have a neighbor when they're knocking on yours. Their son, John, is dead because of racism, and he happens to be white. Their son, John, is unfortunately dead because white cops believe John was black. Only 7 out of those 27 shots hit the victim. None of them alone was responsible for killing him. That's according to an independent autopsy obtained by the family and described by their attorneys in a press conference last week, which found he bled out and died over time. While he struggled and died, dashcam footage recorded officers outside discussing whether any of the shots had hit him. After several minutes had passed, one officer said over the radio, quote, he's kicking around inside the vehicle right now. End quote. None of them called for emergency services. The family is now suing the Washtenaw County and 8 sheriff's deputies who responded to the case for wrongful death for violating John's constitutional rights to protection under the law and against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Lord have mercy. My God. My God. Watch why he bled out. Catherine, he done stop talking.
Who has no picture that we can verify right now. The sheriff's office placed Gumbos early and the other deputies involved on paid administrative leave pending an investigation by the Michigan State Police, which was completed last month and is now pending review by the Michigan Attorney General. The state attorney general will decide whether to bring criminal charges against any of the officers in the case. They should be charged, in my opinion. They killed a man that should be alive.
That's a fact.
They killed his son.
That's a fact.
A dutiful son doing a job.
Every shooter.
On his way to work. On his way to fix something. And gets randomly profiled, ironically, and killed. I want you to understand this.
My God.
Ooh, even though this happened in January, the reason it came back up in the news cycle is that the family just filed a lawsuit like last week on the 20th. So that's why it came back up in the news cycle. They just filed their civil lawsuit.
And you trying to tell me 8 police, 7 police is on administrative leave and none of them been indicted? All do is check their guns and check the bullets in them.
No.
So nobody been indicted?
Nobody's been indicted. You just heard him say that the news story we just watched, that's current. Like I said, the only reason this came back up in the media and was unburied, the story was unburied again, is because, you know, this family finally filed a civil lawsuit.
I'm glad they did. I'm asking a question. So none of the officers.
No.
Lord,
remember that the Attorney General's office is investigating now.
And all of them on paid leave.
Mm-hmm.
And do we know how many police was on the scene?
It was in there. I don't remember exactly the number he said. They think they said several. I'm thinking 3 or more.
And because it's being a black man TikTok and pose that brandished a weapon in front of somebody. And because they thinking it was a black man, they bat around like they did Tony, they ran into the car, the van.
Yep. Exactly.
So they ran the van, the guy driving, that's an engineer, he don't know what's going on. They didn't even put the siren on him and ask him to stop. So they shoot in the van 27 times. My God. Hit him 7 times, and nobody rushed to the van to see if he unalive or call the ambulance. So all of them guilty for letting him bleed out, Catherine.
Yes, I agree.
Marcus, do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, not with us right now.
Yeah. They actually, I believe they unloaded the clips. So it was probably 2 officers, I think. Actually, it says at least 8 officers watched the 34-year-old Navy veteran, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, anytime military tapped in with it, I get it touches my heart anyway. But yeah, they definitely stood by because they thought it was a black dude driving for sure. They unloaded and they said that they brandished a handgun at his wife. Somebody called and said that, hey, this guy, he just brandished a gun at my wife. And yeah, so that's what they did.
They didn't give his license plate number. They just say a van.
No, it was just a white van. You know, I mean, I didn't say anything about license plates or anything like that. I mean, I didn't hear the police call, but, you know, yeah.
And shot into 27 times.
Fired. Say fired. They fired into the car.
They fired into the van 27 times and battered rammed it and flipped it over.
And it was on fire.
Lord have mercy. TikTok, do you hear this? Thought he was a black man. Battle ram the van, flipped it over, knocked Miss Catherine, saying it was on fire. Don't call the ambulance and let the man bleed out. And they not indicted?
Not indicted.
So this is ludicrous. You the same way they did Miss Miss Massey. They did Miss Massey like that, and they got the police. He let her bleed out, and they found him guilty when he went to her house for a wellness call. And she used the word in the name of Jesus Christ. And he said, "You woo woo woo. You better not say that again. I'll fire you in the middle of your head." And then her hand was like this. All she did was turn the thing off on the pot, which the Spanish police officer could have done that. She was way in the corner, and Miss Massey say, "In the name of Jesus Christ" again, and both her hand like this, and she had like a little towel in her hand, like that, and the man, and when the Spanish guy tried to help her, he told him no. Then when he went outside, he called her black, woo, woo, woo. I don't care. So we got the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. The same thing going on. It's just worse here because they thought Marcus, it was a black man. So now you black people, that sentiment that Mr. Trump put over and released all the officers, you got 60, 70% of good officers, but you got another 20, 30% that came in for clannish moves, skinhead, Proud Boys. So that's what they came in there for. And the people that's allowing the police to come in around the country, Marcus, they not really asking their background and how they're not doing no extraneous background. They do it on us, but they're not doing it on them. Because you will see that that's what they're there for. So this is a major problem with the President of the United States of America that's blanketing everything and let 1,600 thugs out, then told the police he's giving a pardon for whatever they did wrong. You can't do that because when you do that, you make an officer think he's untouchable. 27 times, battle ramp. Why just pull outside the van and say, "Sir, would you pull over?" Or put the whistle on him. But when you heard brandish a weapon, this was just what you wanted. So you battle rammed it, and you thought he had a gun, so you thought you made your case. Boy, y'all going to hell with a gasoline jacket and drawers on. I don't know how many of y'all was in it, but I can promise you, you put a curse on yourself. And you
Hey, it was 8. They said it was 8. So the crazy thing is, so the first 911 call came in at 1:24 a.m. You know what I'm saying? It was a caller that was like, "Hey, it's a large white van driving erratically here in Michigan, this township area." The caller said the van had no headlights or license plate and is weaving through traffic at a gas station. So deputies began searching for the vehicle. About 1:30, the 911 call came in again. Another caller reports that the driver of the white van allegedly pointed what appeared to be a handgun at his wife. I don't know if it was the same caller or a different caller. But the first call came in at 1:24, second call at 1:30. Then the caller also tells dispatch there are 2 black men inside the van. That's what the caller said. The caller said there are 2 black men inside the van, and they waved a gun at my wife. That description later becomes a point of controversy, which is why we're talking about it right now tonight. Because the driver who was ultimately shot was John Andrew Genuine. He was a white man who was all alone in the van. Again, he was a Navy veteran too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about Navy veteran, I'm talking about like he was, somebody that's going to be missed. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah. And so on the military side, I looked it up. You know what I'm saying? He's from St. Clair County, Michigan, 34-year-old U.S. Navy veteran. He served 6 years in the Navy, and he had no criminal history. And at the time of the shooting, he worked as a laser equipment technician engineer. And the white van he was driving was part of his job. You know, that's part of his work. It was his work van. He devoted to his son. They love fishing, motorcycles, hunting, all the stuff that, you know, white people like doing. A veteran, though, you know what I'm saying? So back to the case, though, I want to get back to the timeline, right? So the timeline. After they, you know, approximately 1:34 a.m., deputies locate the van, and then the sheriff's deputies, they found a white work van that was matching the aspects of the description, right? The attempted traffic stop. Genuine, they call his name Genuine with a J. Genuine does not stop, and the pursuit begins. During the 32-minute pursuit, that's what they say. Remember, this is what they say. You can't trust the police. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Always remember Ahmaud Arbery. You know what I'm saying? Remember Ahmaud Arbery. Man.
It says a 32-minute pursuit.
They say there's a 32-minute pursuit. The chase continues through the township, your Planson, I can't pronounce that state, city or whatever, but this township area, right, in Michigan. According to investigators, the van reaches high speeds. It drives erratically. On 4 separate occasions, the van stops and reverses aggressively toward patrol vehicles before driving away. So similar to the Walmart situation when they shot Baby Corn. Y'all remember when they shot Baby Corn? Yeah. It was like, that's kind of what they're making it sound like. They said on 4 separate occasions, the van stops and reverses aggressively toward patrol vehicles before driving away. So they gave him 4 times before they even gave the white van, not the white man, just the white van, because they still thought it was brothers on the inside, apparently, right? So no deputy is struck by the van, though. So at 2:06 a.m., a pursuit begins. The pursuit ends at 2:06 a.m. Near Prospect Road and Towner Street. Deputies perform a pit maneuver. That's the precision immobilization technique. That's what PIT stands for. If you always want to know what PIT stands for, precision immobilization technique maneuver. The maneuver causes the van to overturn on its side. Seconds later, deputies approach the van. Deputies surround the overturned van. Officers repeatedly order Genuine to show his hands, because remember, they said he had a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? What they said. They said he had a gun in there. One deputy is heard shouting, "He's got a gun." Then multiple deputies independently began firing into the van. So because somebody said he's got a gun, they all started shooting. They didn't all see the gun. They heard that he had a gun. Somebody said on the 911 call that somebody got a gun, and there's 2 black guys in there. And the deputies fired 27 rounds into the van. Genuine is struck 7 times. Investigators later determined no firearm was found inside the van, and Genuine was unarmed. After the shooting, of course, he dies at the scene. The Navy veteran dies at the scene, Mr. Genuine. His family's lawsuit alleges deputies failed to immediately provide medical aid after the shooting. I've been through that before, where they tase you or something, and then they leave the probes in your arm, and then they fail to provide medical aid. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this money too. But that allegation has been adjudicated in court. So April, right? The Michigan State Police conduct an independent investigation begin. That's where you're saying the case is coming back up. You know what I'm saying? The case file is completed and forwarded to the Michigan Attorney General for review regarding possible criminal charges. So June 10th and June 11th, that's when the wrongful death lawsuit was filed. Genuine's parents filed a federal wrongful death lawsuit against the Washington County Sheriff's Office and deputies. Now, the lawsuit alleges it's excessive use of force, that Genuine did not match the description of the reported suspects. We all know a little bit about something like that. You know what I'm saying? They always say we look alike. You know what I'm saying? Then they say, my bad, after they detain you and tase you and throw you in the back of the police car and let you go. Failure to render timely medical aid and constitutional violations under federal law. Now, I'm going to stop here, right? These are the key facts. The victim is John Andrew Genuine. He's 34 years old. He's a laser equipment technician engineer, 6-year U.S. Navy veteran. January 6, 2026 is when this happened. Happened in Ypsilanti Township, Michigan. approximately 32 minutes. That was how long they said the pursuit was. 27 rounds. He was hit 7 times, and no weapon was recovered from the van. And never forget the 911 call where they said it was 2 brothers driving the white van. Never forget. But yeah,
Mark,
what the parents
I do
really
not believe no 32 minutes. I don't. You're not gonna make me believe that. No van getting away from no police cars. No 32 minutes. They lying, Marcus. They trying to justify like the people did in Walmart and say the car came at them, like the people did in Minnesota. The car came at them. That's an outright lie. That boy is an engineer. That boy was a Navy. The boy had a stellar record. A stellar record. Never been in trouble in his life. They lying, man, on this boy. They lying. Trying to justify why they did what they did. Then they let him play it out. It's a lie, TikTok. They lying. They're a damn lie, Mark.
There's no justification. You know what I'm saying? There's no justification. You can't really justify what they did. They again, it's like you driving the vehicle. And I've been in situations like that, you know what I'm saying, where, somebody might get road rage or something. They may want to flash a gun or flash their fingers or something. You never know what somebody might have flipped the bird, whatever it is. Whoever made the call, the second call at least, they went overboard. They said that, hey, this white van is driving erratic. They flashed a weapon, and there's 2 brothers driving it. And I think the reason why that caller said there's 2 brothers driving it is because they knew that the police would come with more force and more authority, and they would come faster. And it's like, you know what? Hey, it ain't like, hey, officer, I need your help. There's a cat in the tree. Where they gonna take their time? It's like, nah, it's 2 black men. They doing something they ain't got no business, and they flashing guns. Come pull up right now. We need all the force. Calling our cars. That's why it was 8 officers that was on the scene to watch them play it out like that. But again, it's a lot of things in here. It's a lot of things to think about.
It's a lot of explaining to do.
Man, going to work, TikTok. The man is Navy, 6 years in the Navy. The man is off the chain. They battle ram it, flip it over on fire, and shoot 27 times. Let the man bleed out. Don't even call the medic, nothing. Now you're gonna lie and talk about you're chasing 32 minutes. Man, stop. Stop. You're a damn lie. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy for someone to, and these are police officers lying. If the police lie and we paying them to protect and serve, man, we need a president bad, man. Because this man done put that out here. He done put it out here.
He may have made it more popular, but he didn't put it out there. They've been lying.
Oh, listen to what I'm saying. They are more active now. They're more aggressive. Because when you got a president like that lie and got 34 felonies, and when he first come on and tell the police he's wiping their record clean, I guess you don't know nothing about this. You can't rap no police record clean, because when you do that, then oh shit, we got Donald Trump. If I do something, that's the mindset. You got to understand. I ran a behavioral health clinic. So I had psychiatrists, psychologists, and LPCs. Okay. So I gave all my people psychosocial assessment. 70-80% of America, if not more, need a psychosocial assessment. We do road rage. We find people and unalive them for a parking space, or we shoot them to fire to a car, killed a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old. All this is happening, Miss Catherine, and this is, some cases go viral, others get buried. They do this on purpose because it's like Marcus said, it was 8 police. This man, ladies and gentlemen, TikTok, got a stellar record. The man did 6 years in the Navy. The man is an engineer in them people van going to work, and they unalive him and shoot him there 27 times, hit him 7, then let him bleed out. Come on, man. I ain't going for it, Mark. damn it, I ain't going for it. Catherine, get in touch with the family, send the family an email, let them know that we want to come down and do a press conference. Yeah, tell them we're going to do a press conference, and I bring evidence. That's a lie. They lying. Tell them I stand up for them. They lying. Tell them I'm the biggest freedom fighter in the state of Texas. Tell them they lying, Catherine. That they have not followed that boy no 32 minutes in no van. Baby, let me tell you what they do. They can put the stuff in the street, Marcus, to knock your tires out. Then they'll come on the side of you with the gun and say, move, pull over, pull over.
With
They
the
lying,
weapon.
man. They lying. They lying. And then he came at them 4 times. Man, stop. They lying, man. Same old war out lie. Come on, man. Stop. I'm through with it. I'm through. Catherine, please do that. Get in touch with the people. Send them an email. We need to talk to them.
Will do. Okay, fam, we do
Thank you,
have.
Marcus, thank you for all that evidence.
Thank you. And I love the way you presented the story. You read great. I'm going to let you keep on doing that.
He's professional.
He put, it was the drama. He gave the drama, and I appreciate that. He gave it life. Okay, so we're going to go. Yeah.
TikTok. That's who did that. Marcus did it right there.
Okay, so we're going to go on to a story.
Hey, look, I want to tell y'all how to pronounce Ypsilanti. There you go. Ypsilanti Township, Michigan. That's how you pronounce it. Ypsilanti.
Okay.
Ypsilanti. That's one of them crazy towns that start with a Y something. It's YPSILANTI. You know what I'm saying?
How many people there? 10,000?
It's a population of just over 20,000 people, and it's home to Eastern Michigan. That's where Eastern Michigan, EMU, is located. Eastern Michigan is located.
I knew it.
It's home of It's home of the first Domino's pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's home of the first Domino's pizza. So it's
riding.
known for its historic downtown, the depot.
And this
town.
boy is stellar, man. Marcus, the boy is stellar. He went to the Navy 6 years. You got to be smart to pass the test to go to the Navy. Most people go to the Army because they can't pass the test in the Air Force and Navy.
Minister, check your something. You have an echo, a real bad echo.
I don't know where that's coming from. Marcus, you got 2 speakers on?
It's not Marcus, it's you.
Me?
Okay. It was you? Okay. All righty. So it sounded like you. All righty. Well, we'll move on to our next story. I wanted to make sure we covered this one. This is about the NFL player whose brother unalived their mom. This one has been all over the headlines today.
4 911 calls released in the murder of the mother of an NFL player, Calais Campbell. His brother, 41-year-old Kiara Campbell, now charged with her murder.
Their mother's body was found inside her Buckhead home. Atlanta News First Tracy A. McPeer joins us live from the Fulton County Jail. Tracy, what is the latest on this investigation?
Well, Kiara Campbell was expected to go before a judge this morning, but he waived his first appearance, so he remains in custody of the Fulton County Jail, accused of killing his own mother.
41-year-old Kiara Campbell was arrested on Tuesday after police found his 71-year-old mother, Natil Campbell, dead at her townhome on Roswell Road during a welfare check. Another son called 911 Tuesday, concerned for her well-being.
We were trying to get a house. We can't get in her house. This morning, he drove in her car, which is very unusual. He doesn't drive at all. But the neighbor caught her on camera. They drove off in her car, and we can't get in her house. I just tried to jump the window, and he's in there, and he said she left. But the camera footage that my neighbor has shows she never left.
According to police, there have been at least 9 previous emergency calls to the home over the last year, including one in April for a possible arson and a mental health episode involving Kiara Campbell. Natil Campbell was the mother of former Atlanta Falcon and current Baltimore Raven, Calais Campbell. The Ravens released this statement after her death. We are incredibly saddened to learn about the passing of Calais Campbell's mother. We extend our deepest condolences and full support to Calais and his family during this difficult time. We ask that everyone please respect their privacy while they grieve from this heartbreaking loss. Natile Campbell was also involved in charities. Here, she's shown with Calais in 2002 at a food giveaway in Maryland. She also helped found their family's charity, the Charles R. Campbell Foundation, to provide scholarships and mentorships to build up communities. The Campbell family has asked for privacy as they deal with her death.
Now, Campbell is facing a number of charges, including murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm or knife. Reporting live from the Fulton County Jail, I'm Tracy A. McPeer, Atlanta News.
Before we start commenting, I want to make sure that we take this time out to express our condolences and send prayers of comfort to this family. That's a lot of grief. That's compounded grief. Lord.
Father God, if we ever needed you, we need you now. Smoking Awful sung the song, we need you right away, every minute, every second. And God, I done heard a lot of things. I hit it today and I put it on my Facebook when I sent it to Catherine. And I couldn't believe anyone on the planet Earth. We can't raise our voice at our mother. Right? If you raise the voice, and I put that on Facebook, you would get your mouth slapped in. Just raise your voice. And if you push your mama, slap her, you'll be in intensive care. So I don't know where this come from. I done heard several cases now, children unalive and they family members, and some white boy did it to his mama and his daddy. Then another girl the mama put her out. I hate to say she was a sister. And the mama 93, grandmama 93, she come back in while she in the shower and unalive her. So I've seen a lot of stuff. I took an hour out today and seen a lot of stories, and this is one of the worst ones. It's just sad. And I know the football player, brother, I know he's sad and hurt. That's mental. He has a mental condition. He's sick. He has turned to an animal. To put your filthy, stinking, nasty hands on your beautiful mother, you had to be losing your everlasting mind. You became an animal in human form, and you going to hell with a gasoline jacket on, and you going to get life, no parole, or death row. Whatever you get is not enough because you can't bring them back. They need to study you. Something is wrong with you. Are you your mother? And then I heard it was some assault stuff going on before that. Lord have mercy. Young man, you are animal. You're no good. You're a cold coward. And life ain't good for you. God don't like what you did, brother. You're completely out of order. I can't believe this. And I didn't know Captain was going to play it. I already read it today and put it on my Facebook. But now that I'm here, I'm letting y'all know a lot of our people, I'm telling you women, be careful who you date. Like Captain told you, to call in on them, pay $3. Captain, tell them again what they do.
You can go if you're in Texas, contact the Texas Department of Public Safety. And you can run a background check on anyone from there if you have their name, date of birth.
I know y'all heard her. So she told y'all what to do, and y'all can play with it if you want. But I'm telling you what I know. Watch who you date. If a man takes his mother's unalive, what you think he'll do to you? That's a sickness. And that's why we're expanding our company. We're going to have 4 women, 4 men, me and Marcus and Catherine, we're going to be in the back running it, but we're going to do a whole thing on solution for real. It's going on too much. And to do his mother like this, we got, ladies and gentlemen, somebody know he was sick. This ain't just happened. Because when you got baggage and you easy to trigger, anybody easy to trigger, you got to watch them. You got to watch it. They go to 0 to 100. What you say? What? You like, brother? All that? Oh, man, brother, whoa! What's wrong with you? That's baggage. The mama ain't did nothing to him. He got baggage, and I guess his mama wouldn't bow down to him or do whatever he wanted, so he gonna unalive her. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm telling you, be careful who you marry, who you date, and you mothers and fathers, when you see your child is sick, get him to a mental ward where they lock his rusty ass up. And I said it. Well, we want to be going through this unalive buffoonery and foolishness. Just touch your mother. They even push her. They even talk about hurting her. To raise your filthy voice at her. You out of line, boy. You completely out of order. I have nothing for you but hell and a gasoline jacket on. And you are animal in human form. And I can prove it with the Bible in Romans 1:28. It's you. Professing to be wise yet become fool. God gave him over to a reprobate mindset. Animalistic. You an animal, boy. Your mother who gave you life, you unalive her? You bastard. You coward. You can have it, Marcus.
Man, this is my first time hearing about this story just now, and when I just read up on it as you was giving us the rundown, she was 71 years old.
Yep.
His mom, 71. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I got the timeline and all that, but even before I just dive into that, his 41-year-old, when I say he, the person that we all know is Calais Campbell. So he's a star defensive player for the NFL. He's won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. That's when you do so much for the community that the whole NFL is looking at you because you care about the people around you more than you care about yourself. So that foundation was a big foundation. It was a big deal. Normally when foundations are big, family members are involved, close loved ones, you got people out in the community. And I'm more than positive that, Big Bro, I don't know who was the oldest or youngest or whatever, but I'm Big Bro. I'm going to call him Big Bro because he was the one in the NFL, taking care of the family and stuff. Big Bro probably didn't get all of the love from Lil Bro, you know what I'm saying? And, that negativity was probably given to Mom over time, over the years. And this is where he begins to suffer from because as I continued to read up on the story, everybody kept talking about mental illness, mental illness. That's, it's Atlanta, Georgia, Buckhead neighborhood. And it was a welfare check that they responded to at the house. So police had already been there a couple of times. So it wasn't like a one and done situation. Police had already been to the residence multiple times before the homicide even took place. So the cause included suspicious or demented person, domestic disturbance, and then another one for possible arson or fire. So the police later said, hey, there are indications that Sierra Campbell had been experiencing mental health issues. That's the brother that killed the mother. So April 2026, family members reported another incident involving a possible fire at the home. It was a fire. They say it's a fire at the home, increasing concerns about Sierra's mental health. Again, that's the brother that stabbed Mom in the neck. On Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, around 12:30 p.m.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
You say Mama got stabbed in the neck. The same lady just unalive?
Yeah.
No, listen to what I'm saying. So the person that we're talking about, the mom that we're talking about, the lady that you're talking about, the main person that we're saying RIP to, Natil Campbell, that's who they were unable to contact, the 71-year-old Natil Campbell. That's That's everybody's mom that we're talking about. So the football player mom, Calais Campbell, and then you got a guy named Sierra, Sierra, however you pronounce his name, Sierra Campbell, right? The mom name is Natal Campbell. She's the family member. So a family member requested a welfare check on June 30th, 2026. During the 911 call, the caller reportedly said, hey, we can't get inside the home. So they got security camera footage and all that stuff. It said that she never left the residence, but family members were still inside the home. But the only person that was still inside the home was that Sierra Campbell dude. So they went and, knocked on the door. Dude wouldn't let him in. He barricaded himself inside. They finally got in. They took him into custody. They found her dead at the scene, stabbed in the neck. It was injuries, like he stabbed her with a knife. You know what I'm saying? Stabbed her with a knife. So he been charged with murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a felony. And that's her son that did that. So the charges were filed on today, July 1st. So this is new news. He's in Fulton County Jail right now, pending further proceedings. So RIP to her, and shout out to Calais Campbell. I know he's going through a lot. And, he got a nice foundation that he's been working on and doing a lot for the people in the community. So salute to him.
My brother, what's the football player name again?
Calais
Campbell.
Calais Campbell, please hear my voice, brother. It's going to go all over the world. I wanted you to know I love you. We love you. We solution-based. That's what we do. And we solve problems. This one here we can't solve. It's unsolvable. I know you're going through a lot. I'm praying for you, man. I mean that. I'm going to give you a word of silence. I'm going to give you 30 seconds of silence to let you know that we love you, Miss Catherine, Marcus, myself. Got somebody in the back office. I know she loves you as well. So again, I can't explain it because I know how crazy I am about my mother. And because I've been trying to run up in that jailhouse. But yeah, I can't take it. You're stronger than me. I honor you. I respect you. You've been humble and quiet, all that, and I respect you. Your brother was completely out of order, and it's a mental condition. And it, like Marcus said, it built up over the years. He's been having something against mom, and that just don't happen. And for him to, did you say something about a welfare check?
Yes, it was a welfare check. Another brother called for a welfare check.
I don't know what all that was for. Because
they were looking for her. They were looking for the mother. They hadn't heard from her.
You
and he couldn't get inside the house.
Hold up. You're talking about a wellness call, right?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were talking about a welfare check. Wellness check.
No.
Okay, yeah, you throw me. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But again, a wellness check, you just walk around the house, make sure no doors kicked in, peep through the windows, make sure everybody all right. You knock on the front door. Supposed to knock on the front door before you leave now. Somebody come to the door and say everything's all right. You just don't walk around and leave. So I don't know if they knocked on the door or what, but I asked Marcus in a minute. Marcus, did they knock on the door? Front door? When they finished the wellness check?
I don't know if they knocked on the door.
That's when he barricaded himself?
I'm assuming
I'm sure.
gone through a window.
So I'm sure. So I'm sure it was a family member, not the brother. It was a family member, another family member that called to do the welfare check. And when they was calling, dude was saying like, "Hey, ain't nobody here." But while he was saying ain't nobody there, they was looking on the surveillance video and saw that she never left the house. So because she never left the house, it was like, well, if ain't nobody there, because they call him like, "Hey, where's she at?" He like, "Man, she ain't here. She gone." But they like, "Man, but she ain't," according to the what they call it, the doorbell camera, you know what I'm saying, the ring cam. She ain't going nowhere. So they didn't think that she went anywhere. So they called the welfare check and had the police go and, you know, do the investigation. Of course, they knocked on the door or whatever, like, hey, she ain't here. And then eventually he barricaded himself in there because they were, you know, trying to get in. They end up getting in, finding him, arresting him, and found her dead at the house with the wounds to her neck. So again, man, Calais Campbell, man, like he was that's a victim. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people thought he was a suspect, but the suspect is actually his brother, not him.
Right.
TikTok, I know you heard what Marcus said, but I want you to hear what I'm going to say behind Marcus. Anybody, white, pink, black, or brown, holler at their mother, curse their mother, push the mother, speak vile of the mother, hit the mother, stab the mother, fight the mother, is a rotten, low-down coward and an animal. There's no reason on the face of the earth the mother, particularly the black woman, but no mother, is the mother of earth. And for you to put your filthy hands on your beautiful mother that gave you life and carried you for 9 months with fainting and pain, when they cut the umbilical cord, you could have went away, or she could have went away, or both of y'all. She carried you, wiped your butt, probably put you on her breast and fed you and took care of you, took you to school. Are you listening what the hell I'm saying, boy? That's what you are, a boy and an animal. No grown man would do that. Only animals and boys. Because age don't make you a man. The only thing that can make you a man is being the walking manifestation of God. I don't give a damn if you 50 or 60, 40. You're not a man unless you're the walking manifestation of God. God said he made you his image and his likeness, and gave you dominion and power. Where's your dominion? Where's your power? You replenish the earth. But where's your dominion and power?
Minister, I have a question. How much does mental health play into that? Not looking for an excuse, but we know he was not, that he had some mental issues.
Well, when you give somebody a psychosocial assessment, and what Marcus has read to me, and for him to lie like he lied, talking about she had not left and all that, the way it looked through psychiatrists and giving them a psychosocial assessment, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't do that. That's something been in him. I don't know if it's jealousy because his brother in the NFL, and I don't know. I don't know. But it's something triggerish with him, and he got triggered. I don't know if he was arguing with the mother, what he was doing, something he wanted. I mean, it's something bad that was in him, and he let it took him and went with it. But this is something most psychiatrists will tell you, the way we look at it, and I don't work with some of the greatest psychiatrists, and it was something mental. But like Marcus said, it's like it's been there. It ain't just got there. It might have been 6 years, 5 years, 10 years. We don't know. Only if we have to investigate the whole family and sit them down and ask him how he treated his mother. Have he ever cursed her? Have he ever pushed her? It will go into all of that. But again, he's an animal, and your mental capacity, your mental condition can turn you into an animal. He was a cold-blooded animal and a coward. Yeah, he was all that in one. And he deserved a life with no parole, of the death penalty. That's what he deserved. I don't want to hear none of that. You had no right to put your filthy hands, you coward, on your mother. Nothing for you. Nothing. Nothing. Ain't no excuse. put your hand on your mother. No woman, but damn sure, not the mother that gave you birth. You're a rotten, no good animal. And God is going to punish you for what you did. Thank you, Captain.
No doubt about it. Okay, well, we're going to go move to our next story. Now, this one hasn't been buried. It's been all over the news. I've seen some other influencers and podcasters cover it. And it's about the young lady who decided she was going to go meet a man that she was dating. He was from Britain, over in Dubai, and ended up unaliving him in the process. So, fam, we're going to check this one out, and y'all let us know your thoughts in the comments. Here we go.
23-year-old TikTok influencer from Kent has been charged with murdering her boyfriend in Dubai, and campaigners say that she could face the death penalty. Brooke George.
My God.
Detained in Dubai have urged the authorities to release her on bail and said the case should be treated as domestic violence.
My God.
That was short. That was short. So anyway, I don't even need to go read the story. Because you can if you like. So
No.
long story short. I know the story. Can I please speak? Thank you.
Please.
Y'all see what I endure.
At
any rate, the young lady had previously flown over. She met the man on Facebook. You see, she's a beautiful young lady. She met the man on Facebook. She decided that she was going to go meet him in Dubai. Had a wonderful time, according to her relatives, that, you know, she said she'd never been treated so well and all.
You speak off.
And she decides that she's going to go back a second time. And this is where the incident took place, his unaliving. They got.
So she left Dubai and came back again? You speak off.
That wasn't revealed. Excuse me?
Your speaker keep going in and out.
That's because the internet keeps going in and out. Okay. So yes. So that's when the unaliving took place. And they got into a fight. She ran into the kitchen. She grabbed her a weapon. And that's when she unalived him.
Your speaker going out real bad. Your speaker going out.
Okay. And nothing I can do about that. Yours is too. So every time I blink, you blink. Just like that. So that's what it is. And I guess I really wanted to play this I pray she is facing a death squad. I think it's a firing squad if she's found guilty, because over there, it's a different set of rules. And young ladies, if you're going to go over there to meet a man to pursue the soft life or anything like that, man, please know where you are. That's really for all people. Know the rules and the lay of the land and the laws, because we've had a lot of young women get hung up over there over some other things as well. It can be real dangerous and you could lose your freedom real quick over there. Real quick. So I'm praying that they're able to get her some leniency based on it being a domestic violence incident.
Domestic violence, the dude was doing something to her. So how's she going? What she supposed to?
They don't care over there. It's just like in some other nations, men have the legal right to do what they do to a woman.
So wait a minute, tell me. I'm going to get Marcus to Google this. So you saying if a woman go to Dubai and a man hit her, slap her, she supposed to take it?
She can't believe it. Yeah, pretty much.
Marcus, please
you can
look at the law over there on domestic violence, please. I need to know this. I know Dubai ain't that crazy where a woman can be over there, TikTok, and a man can just slap her, hit her, sling her down, do whatever he wants to. Come on, man. Come on. Dubai, you can't be that crazy. Dubai, if you that crazy, God gonna take all y'all out. You can't do nothing like that. You have no right to put your hand on no woman. The woman had to run in the kitchen, had to run away from him to try to get her something, because he had to be doing something to her real bad for her to run and try to get some equalizer. Don't no woman run to no kitchen unless the guy's doing something to her. He didn't do it the first time. And I presume she flew back over there, Miss Catherine?
Yes.
Yeah, that was something he done asked her to do, or tried to make her do something, and she done said, no, we can do this, do that, whatever, but I ain't doing that. And who you think so? That's what that sound like. Because they done got along before, and she done told her parents and everybody how good the man was to her. So I could good turn to bad that quick. It was already in him. And the second time it came out of him. And when she said no to whatever he was talking about, she had to run in there and try to get her equalizer and got the knife and trying to protect herself. She wasn't, she's trying to protect herself, standing her ground. So again, Dubai, I'm praying that your law is not like that. I hope Marcus look it up and see.
I'm looking at it now. I don't know if Marcus is you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So couple things. One, Dubai is a fun place. Dubai is a fun place. Let's not hate on Dubai. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not hating on it.
Yeah. I know. I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? But I've been to Dubai a couple of times, so I actually enjoy the experience. And so a lot of people that go to Dubai, they just passing through. So Brooke George, that's her name, Brooke George. She's a 23-year-old British TikTok creator. And she's from Gravesend, Kent, wherever that is, right? We don't know what part of the world that is. Her victim was William Treby, 26-year-old British dude that's living in Dubai. So she's 23, he's 26. They both British. She's the TikTok creator, though. She's the one with, with a lot of followers and stuff, with people. You know what I'm saying? She's the one with a lot of TikTok followers and stuff. So the couple, they met online in early 2025, 2026, something like that. Brooke and George, they began communicating through social media. So they met on social media. They eventually developed a long-distance relationship, and then early 2026, they took their first trip to Dubai. Brooke travels to Dubai to meet Treby, according to her supporters, because they was all, going live on social media and stuff, and the visit, it went well. She later returned to the UK. And then the second trip to Dubai, they like Dubai, right? They had a good time. They had to run it back, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Brooke returned to Dubai to spend more time with the Treby dude. Brooke, her family, and the advocacy group Detained in Dubai. It's like a group called Detained in Dubai. That if you have a loved one that's detained in Dubai, you reach out to this group called Detained in Dubai. And they allege that during this visit, Treby became controlling and abusive. So she's probably on a period or something. You know how that goes. It's crazy. But anyway, so including physically assaulting her and restricting her movements. I don't know how that goes. I'm saying y'all know how that goes. And then these are allegations made by Brooke and her supporters and have not been proven in court. So this is where it gets tricky, right? June 21st, 2022, this is the fatal confrontation. According to Brooke's account, she had arranged to fly back to the UK. She says she returned to Treby's apartment to retrieve her passport. Brooke alleges Treby attacked her, punching her repeatedly. She says she grabbed a kitchen knife. Here you go with a knife again, right? Because shout out to Karmelo Anthony, man. You got to defend yourself sometimes, you know what I'm saying? She says she grabbed a kitchen knife because she feared for her life. Prosecutors allege she fatally stabbed Treby. Early hours of June 22nd, 2026, an arrest was made. Brooke attempts to leave the Dubai. She tried to get up out of Dubai because remember, she flew into Dubai twice because she had a good time. Now she's trying to get up out of Dubai. Authorities stopped her at the airport. That's like some movie shit stuff. They stopped her at the airport. She was arrested and charged with murder. Reports state that she had visible bruising when she was taken into custody. That shows the, self-defense claims and stuff like that. But, they be punching themselves sometimes too, so you just never know, what I'm saying? June 22nd, 2020, detention. She been held at a detention in Dubai, right? And then, blah, blah, blah. I think you said something about a firing squad and stuff. So let me see. Her mother, Tess George, publicly appeals for help. They need a lawyer to translate a couple of things, as far as questioning and legal assistance. Media coverage, of course, it's a high-profile case. She's a big TikTok influencer. She remains charged with murder. She maintains that she acted in self-defense, and she is still there. There's no trial verdict has been reached just yet. The investigation and court proceedings are ongoing. And yeah, that's it. She claimed self-defense. And you asked, Johnny, what's the laws in this case, right? And the thing is with Dubai, it's going to be like and similar to the U.S. because a lot of those places where we go and travel, they are going to be similar to some of our laws because they want our money. So we're not going to spend money in places where the laws are just too erratic and too crazy. Like Americans go places where, or even the UK, even though those Westerners, right, they go places where it's kind of, kind of like the laws that they're used to and stuff. So because her case is still in the early ages, it's hard to kind of dive all the way in, but it could be premeditated murder, because, he was already, punching on her or something. She had already texted a couple of friends and said, hey, this is what's happening. So that could be an angle. It could be self-defense, She says she acted in self-defense. People saw that, she had the bruises on her and stuff. Domestic violence allegations. She was already telling her family and already reaching out to advocacy groups and all that other stuff. Saying that her boyfriend assaulted her and he was holding her passport. You know how mad you got to be like, man, I burnt your passport. She'd be like, what you do with my passport? I burnt it. And you like, what do you mean? I burnt it. You know how long it take you the passport? Damn, you got to rebook flights and stuff. So the burden of proof, saying that she was reasonably believed she was in immediate danger, the stabbing occurred while defending herself, and physical evidence, injuries, witness testimony, and all that digital evidence support her account. So I guess everybody's rooting for her to get off. That's what we're rooting for. It sounds like.
But the only thing I think could probably hem her up, and again, just guessing because we don't know the details, is if she was in a living room or they started the fight in another room, and then she went to the kitchen to get a weapon, and came back after him instead of removing herself from the apartment. If she could have got to a safe location and flee, that's what would have made it, quote unquote, premeditated, because you had time to get away and you didn't. You decided you were going to go grab a weapon.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know.
I just said that. I said that. Listen, I said that before I started. Because in that regard, the laws over there are, and if I misspoke, I'm sorry. But they were like, if what you don't know, you don't know over there. So I don't know. I mean, what happens at home happens at home over there. But it is against battery. Domestic violence does have its own penal codes and laws over there, and so does unaliving. And those unaliving charges look very, very familiar to what we know over here in the United States. And even I say women here and people in general here get hung up on that. A lot of people don't know. Just leave. Don't go get over there and get something to come back and use it because you're going to jail. It enhances your charge if you get caught. It's no longer self-defense.
You keep saying that like that. You keep repeating the same thing.
I said for people here, Johnny, can you not hear me? I said a lot of people get caught up in that. Please tell me I'm lying. You've been around the block enough. A lot of people get caught up in that because people don't know. They get caught up in so much in their anger and their emotions. That's all they're thinking about. They don't have that pause to say, ooh, I need to go. Or I just need to get to safety. I wasn't talking about the young lady necessarily.
Let me say something behind what you just said. I hear what you're saying. It makes sense what you're saying. They should run out the door if they can. But to me, in this case, Miss Catherine, Marcus, most males, if you beat a woman up, hit her, Marcus, choke her, hit her, and she run out the room, they're not gonna sit in that room. They're gonna run behind her. That's what I'm saying. Out of 100% of them, over 50% of them gonna run behind her. They're not gonna hit her and all that, and she leave the room, and they just sit there. I think he ran behind her, and she was trying to get away, and she see she couldn't get away, and she run in that kitchen to try to get her equalizer. Because she ain't but 23, Marcus. He 26. So I hear what Catherine's saying, but I'm telling Catherine, we don't know how it happened. We don't know where he was when she unalived him, or where, in the bedroom, in the kitchen, wherever. But I think he was humble and beautiful to her. And the second time, that animal came out of him and wanted her to do something. Because the girl, look at her, she'll 100-piece, 50-piece. And he wanted her to do something, and she didn't want to do it, and all hell broke loose. So, again, it's domestic violence. That's how I see it. They have to prove to me with a camera that she went in that room. Because most males, Marcus, is not going to beat no woman up, slap her, or whatever he did to her, and sit there on the bed and let her run out the room and just sit there. They're going to jump up and run behind her because they don't know if she's trying to get to a car or whatever, or going to run and tell the police. And this sister here felt her life in fear. So she went and got her something to try to have an equalizer. That's how I see it. Because I've been in more domestic violence. I done read more domestic violence. I've been around more crime than any of you two on this thing. And that's how it usually happens. So again, we don't know how it happened, but over 50% of the men, Marcus, is not going to sit on their bed. He done already hit her, so she done run up out of there trying to get something for equalizer. But like Catherine said, if you can get out the door, run out the door. So I don't know if she had a chance to run out the door or not. Maybe she could get to her to the kitchen to try to get out the door, and he blocked the door or ran in the kitchen on her or cut off. I don't know. But I know one thing, he did something to her.
Oh, yeah.
And she went and got her equalizer. And you coward. If you was alive, I'd tell you was a coward. So I don't have no respect for him. I didn't want her to unalive him. And she probably wasn't trying to do it, but she was trying to get him not to hurt her. And it happened. So all males learn to be a man. If a woman say no, it's no. Stop trying to force a woman to do something she don't want to do. And if you understand that, God will deal with you.
So, Minister,
yeah.
what do y'all think about young ladies, the wisdom in flying out of the country to go meet someone you meet online?
Well, one, I think just flying anywhere to meet anybody, not just out the country, you know what I'm saying? Flying, driving, getting on a Greyhound, you know what I'm saying? Driving 4 hours for him or her, you know what I'm saying? Like the other side of town, you know how many people don't want to drive to the north side? We tell somebody, I'm a south side, so you tell somebody from the north side, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So I can relate to going anywhere and you know what I'm saying? It's just not, you know what I'm saying, my cup of tea. But this whole story, again, you start talking about the rules and regulations and Dubai as a whole, like it's not a place where you go and you can do what you normally do, in the US. Like I remember I went to Singapore and I realized that they in Singapore, like chewing gum was against the law.
Wow.
So all you people that don't brush your teeth every day, that you want to chew gum and stuff, and you have to chew gum, like the doctor prescribed you some super duper gum, like you go to Singapore, either your breath gonna be funky or you going to jail. It's crazy choices to live with. So swearing or making rude gestures in Dubai usually is protected by the First Amendment in the U.S. If you can swear like F you, you know what I'm saying, make rude gestures. In the U.S., I know my rights. I can do this. I can say that, you know what I'm saying, you can do all that stuff, right? But in Dubai, Swearing, insulting someone, or making an obscene gesture, just as giving someone the middle finger, can result in criminal charges, fines, jail, and possible deportation. This can apply to anybody, you know what I'm saying, in person or over text, or WhatsApp or social media. So if you're in Dubai and you giving up the middle finger with the camera, you know what I'm saying? You know how y'all be cool with the middle finger with the to the camera because you want to be gangster. You saying F you to somebody that you couldn't say F you to in person. Those guys, you know. So I don't throw the middle finger up to cameras and stuff. I say it to the person, you know what I'm talking about. But those people will go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So social media posts, there's a lot of criticism there. Anything insulting, threatening, all that false information. Public displays of affection. If you like kissing and hugging, don't go to Dubai. You know what I'm saying? You grab somebody's booty or something, you're going to jail. You know what I'm talking about? You kiss your gal in public, you might get tased. You know what I'm saying? So excessive public displays of affection may violate public decency laws. So two dudes holding hands, I don't know. That's definitely against the law. Got to be.
Thank you.
Got to be. I don't know. But look, alcohol, let me see, alcohol. They got different laws by state. You know what I'm saying? Different laws by state. It's generally allowed in licensed venues such as hotels, bars, all that stuff. But you can't walk around with it like you can in New Orleans. You know, even in the U.S., we got different laws in different states that you got to make sure when you cross a certain state line that you can do some things here that you can't do over there. You got to learn the law of the land, just like when you're traveling around anywhere in the world. So I'm going to talk about a little more of the do's and don'ts in Dubai, and then I'm going to pass the mic. The drugs, you know what I'm saying? Marijuana is legal in many states. You know what I'm saying? Photography, taking photos in public is generally permitted. For photographing people without permission is not so much, though. You know, medication, prescriptions routinely carried while traveling. You know, some medications that are common in the U.S. controlled or prohibited. Travelers, dress code. We all know about dress code, right? It's widely accepted, just casual dress code. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could wear what you want. But, yeah, the biggest culture shock for Americans, though, the largest, you know what I'm saying, is like the public order, like it's clean, you know, again, no swearing, no rude gestures, stuff like that. People love Dubai. It's a safe space. I've been there. I went during the Ramadan. Everybody was praying and stuff. They had the music playing all night long. They was praying and they was all in the ceremonial, you know what I'm saying? I was afraid, actually. But yeah, shout out to Dubai.
Sounds beautiful.
I want to answer a question you did. I want to answer too. I'm talking to all women, white, black, pink, and brown. When y'all meet these guys anywhere, at a restaurant, at least you see them. You meet these people online through Zoom or WhatsApp or some whatever you meet them on, you have to be very careful. You done met him online. I guess you sent some pictures and you looked at each other, however you did it. Young lady, I love you. You my goddaughter. I want the best for you. Listen to me. You have to be plenty careful to fly. What most people here in Houston, they're not going to go to the south side. The south side ain't going to go to the north side. They're going to tell the woman going to tell the dude, come over where I'm at and meet you at a restaurant or something. You have to be more careful than that, sister. And you went the first time and he really played you. He was all nice and cozy with you and whatever happened. And then the second time, he felt like he was more familiar with you and he felt that he could do more of whatever y'all was doing. I don't know. But you can't meet somebody and then fly way to Dubai with them. Because you don't know him. If you're going to meet him in Detroit or New York, wherever you live at, where your family at, meet at a restaurant, you know, be around him 7-8 months to a year. And then if you see he's smooth and respectful and know God, then he can say, hey, I'd like to take you to Dubai. Okay, now you got some action because you kind of know who he is, how he act, is he triggered? But sister, I love you, but you didn't know enough about him to trust him with your life. You was trusting him from day one. I'm just telling you the truth. You should have never went over there. I'm just telling you what I know. You can't trust your life with these dudes. They animals. And then he done got to you, so he wanted you to do whatever. And the show wanted the same thing, whatever y'all did, come say it, or whatever y'all went out, whatever happened. But whatever he asked you this time, you was like, no, I'm not, I don't do that, or whatever you said. Because they had to say you had to say no, whatever it was. And he felt, being 26, you 23, that, oh man, you do what I say. And I don't know how he hit you, slapped you, whatever he did, he scared the hell out of you. And I don't know if he got scratches on your jaw swole, black eye, whatever he did. You're plenty beautiful. So that was a lot. A lot of males can't be with you because all they see is sex. And you sexy. So most men think with their lower self. I know I used to do it. So they ain't thinking with their higher self. Okay? Because I see beautiful women every day. Don't mean nothing to me. But they ain't thinking with their higher self. 75% of our teachings of a woman. If you don't respect woman, you don't respect God. So again, ladies and gentlemen, again, sister, I love you. And that was a self-defense. That was whatever we can do to get a lawyer over there to help you, you need it. But I'm telling you, once you can get out of this, I'm praying you can get out of it. Don't ever, any of you women hearing me, don't you ever go nowhere with somebody and you don't know who they are. Don't do that. Don't do it. To fly over to buy, even fly to Cancun, fly to Florida. Let him come to your, not your house, but where you known at, and to the restaurant, and where y'all can get to know each other. Sit at the park, go to the library, sit and talk and learn out who his mother is and who his ex-girlfriend. You got to know something about him. And don't forget what Catherine told you. Catherine, come on, everybody listen.
Texas Department of Public Safety, if he is in Texas, and you can, if you have his proper spelling of his name and date of birth, you can run a full criminal background check. It'll show all arrests and things, and any incarceration periods. And something that is totally free that I didn't mention, if you're worried about someone being like any type of predator, child predator in general, you can go to the database. It's a database. I'll have to find it, but it is for offenders, for sex offenders, because I don't know how to clean that up for YouTube. That's what it is. So you can Google names there nationwide. It's a nationwide database, and I'll have to find the link and drop it in the description, so you'll have it there too.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to train and teach y'all so you won't fall into that trap. You just can't take no chance on somebody that you just met and allow him to take you overseas. You can't do it. You cannot do it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. It don't make sense. It's not common sense. Catherine, and a woman that's been in corporate America, they know the rules and regulations. So I know you're 23 years old. I don't know what you was thinking, but you cannot trust him like that. And I know you didn't check his background. A lot of you women don't check background. And if a man tell you he don't want you to check his background, you can believe in something in it. And if he get all upset, you can't trust me, then you have to be with me. It's something in his background. You don't have to guess no more. It's something there. How am I gonna trust you? I just met you. I don't know you. And matter of fact, here go my name.
Here go my birthday. Call me in. I'll give you $3. You go first, sister. He called you in. He's not gonna do it because he don't want you to call him in. See, I gave a lady my license about 4 months ago. Spanish sister, beautiful. She had 2 children with her. She's struggling with all the baggage and all the stuff. I said, sister, where your car? She said, way over there. I said, ma'am, I can't walk that far with you. I already walked about 5 miles coming through this tunnel. I'll carry you over there. Well, I don't know you. I pulled my driver's license out. I handed them to her. She took a picture of them, sent them to her family. I ain't never done that, but I let her do it because I wanted to help her. And she got in. Her 2 children got in. I drove them, got the stuff out. And she supposed to did a podcast with me, but I ain't heard from her since. But that's what I did to help her. You know, and I got a number, but I ain't called. She ain't called me. So may God bless her and her children. I got my reward from God. So I'm good. But I'm telling you, women, please hear me. Call it in. Call it in. Your life is worth that. You're very valuable. You're very valuable, sister. I go for the white woman, black, all of you, all women, call it in. And if he tell you he don't want you to call it in, he's a suspect. So thank you. May God bless you. We're trying to teach you so we can keep you alive. We want to teach on unalive. We want to keep you alive. We're solution-based. So me and Catherine been telling y'all for the last 4 months, call it in. Come on.
Okay, so again, prayers are definitely with that young lady and her family for a favorable outcome, especially saving her life. And one of the next stories we have, I didn't want this one to get buried because we haven't heard much in the news about it, but it was a story of To'Nea Miller. She was the young lady that was found June 18th in Florida, apparently lynched from a tree in a park. So here's an update on that story.
A Mexican woman in South Florida has gained a lot of attention online. Now, a family member is pleading for answers after deputies say that they found her sister dead near Gwen Cherry Park in Miami-Dade County last week. Detectives say that their investigation found no evidence of foul play and say that it appears that she died by suicide. A woman's sister, however, strongly disputes that.
If anybody knew that my sister knew my sister, To'Nea Nicole, that's the last thing she would do. That's the last thing she's thinking about. She loved life too much.
Investigators say her belongings were with her and they found no signs of violence. The NAACP and community leaders call for transparency in the investigation. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office say that the case is closed, though they say that they will review any credible new information brought forward.
Based on the totality of the evidence gathered, during this investigation, detectives found no evidence that Ms. Miller's death was a result of foul play. We understand that this does not lessen the grief of those that loved Ms. Miller, nor does it erase the difficult questions that often follow a tragic loss.
How could you find that out that quick? How can an investigation go that quick, Miss Miller? How in the hell can you do an investigation that quick? You got to get the people 72 hours to a week to call in to tell you what they may have seen. So how in the hell could you have, how could you, what the hell?
Just like the boy, just like the boy, was he in Alabama? I forget where that last case was. Where he was at the school, at the university, and they found him and they rushed to judgment saying he did it to himself. They didn't investigate. They need to call for an independent autopsy. Family.
Oh, boy. Please call for that girl ain't hung herself. You know she ain't hung herself. And they hang her right in front of the park. Same way they did. That was in Mississippi.
Was it Mississippi or Alabama? I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, Mississippi got that bad. They did the same thing to the college student.
Yes.
Yeah, no good down there, man. They rotten, man. Yeah, systemic racism. And then at the Walmart, they called the police on some diapers, and the girl paid for the diapers. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then Walmart don't say nothing about the shooting. Nothing. And I've seen black folks going to Walmart from Mississippi everywhere I go. Y'all still going in there. Walmart is a part of the 1-year-old being unalive. They the one called the police. And they came out and said nothing. No spokesperson, no CFO, CEO, nothing. No manager, general manager, because they don't give a damn. All they're about is we run up in there and buy that junk. Lord have mercy. Ooh,
And
man.
just for clarification, it was Trey Reed who was found lynched in Delta, Mississippi 9 months ago.
Yeah. It's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. Look, man, we're in the Wild Wild West. And the whole America is a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid. They don't give a damn. They lie to us about the cars we buy. You drive the car off the lot, you lose $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. House, you buy it for $200 in 30 years, you done gave $600,000, $400,000 over principal and interest. If you don't pay for the house in 5 to 10 years, no more than 12, you better hurry up, because the interest is a con game, y'all. Then when you pay for your house, you're still paying tax on it. Only way to get past all that is get a ranch over 15 acres where you can write everything off. I know for a fact, because a man, a multi-millionaire, billionaire, told me, and I won't call his name, because he didn't tell me to. I had a ranch for 17 acres. I didn't write nothing off because I didn't know. But I know this time. Thank you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is ugly to put that girl and lie. The police come to a verdict that quick and say they found no foul play. Boy, they cold, man. Y'all are so low down and rotten. And use a black man and put on the paper for him to read what they said. They got it written out. House Negro, come here. Come here, coon. Go read this and get out front. Like that supposed to make it better because he read it. That's what they do. They push the brother out front when it's some of this.
Yep.
Calm them down. Calm them down.
Yep.
Calm the monkeys down. Calm the niggers down. He got this outfit on and got his paper, he reading it. And Negro, you think we believe you?
No.
You know they was using you. But you need your little job and your little money. So you got to do what they tell master tell you. So you came right out there and read it. Because I know you don't even believe what you read. You know damn well some foul play. That girl ain't drove that. Let me show you how they lying, baby. If somebody gonna hang themselves, let me go and win this case for y'all. Why would she have to drive 300-400 miles to hang herself? And she passed all the trees where she was living at. Where she live at?
Ohio.
Oh. So Ohio got trees. She could have drove where the tree was and took a rope, throwed it up there, and hung herself. But she had to drive way to Mississippi.
No, she drove to Florida.
What? So she drove way from Ohio to Florida.
To Florida.
On the 18th, she was going to festivity, the 19th to celebrate, right?
Right.
That's what it was about, baby. Because they've been trying to get rid of Juneteenth. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when they seen her, however they got to her, she had to be at a restaurant or store or gas station, wherever. and they drug out there to that park, and they put on the street right in front of the park. Don't nobody commit suicide and drive way across country and do something to themselves. You can Google it. If they're going to commit suicide, most women, they take pills, and most men do this. And other women flight the risk. None of them drive way across country and then unalive themselves. Stop. It's a hot lie. And this Negro, this house Negro, got his paper with his nice little shirt to iron it for him, put some starch in it. He got a little muscle. He's a little handsome. They send him out there. Come here, boy. Go out there and cool it out. Yes, sir, boss. And read it. That's all that was, man. The guy read it, don't believe what he read. Look at his real face. Look at him when he looked. He was trying to hurry up, read, and get out of there. Come on, man. Boy, these people, man. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, we done looked at 3-4 cases, and they lied on all of them. These are habitual liars. And that's what they do. TikTok, I apologize. I got to go back and fan that other stuff. The phone went out. So I got to fan all them people. I don't know how to do it, but I'm trying to figure it out. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank Sister Catherine. Thank Marcus. He came on, and he's our dictionary. He's our dictionary now. He gonna find the truth and come back and read it. So we love you. We thank you. If my sister still on in the back office, anybody else in the back office? Thank you. Anybody in the back office?
No panelists are backstage.
Okay, the ones was back there. Thank you. May God bless you. May God keep you. We here. We love you. And we need to play what we're about. Because y'all need to know what we're about. She played one of the commercials earlier. I'm doing my movie.
I want to have time to play the tribute to Sister Khadijah.
Let me cut off right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's all she had to say. Minister Louis Farrakhan and his wife were married for 72 years. And Khadijah was phenomenal. So let me cut off and let a sister honor sister. May God bless you. May God keep you. Thank you for going out. TikTok, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe. We need you. Every time you subscribe, you save a life. I turn it back over to you, Miss Catherine.
Thank you. In honor of the great sister and wife, Khadijah.
Farrakhan, the beloved wife of Nation of Islam leader Minister Louis Farrakhan for 72 years, and the movement's first lady, passed away at the age of 90. She is remembered as a loving wife, mother, who was the epitome of grace, dignity, compassion, strength, and love. She was a foundational pillar of the movement, raising 9 children.
And I know that there is more information out there on her and her life. I'm going to find it because, along with Malcolm X's mom and Martin Luther King's mother, these were some, and Coretta Scott King, let's not forget her. These were some phenomenal women. Their spirits carry on and live with us. So got to get these women queen honored at all times. So I'm going to find some more information as I can on this phenomenal woman. But I leave you with this. If you're watching us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you. If you're joining us on a replay, please do the same. So we love you and peace.
Beautiful.